Hey everyone, it's Justin here. Welcome to another comic book haul video. And in this haul video, I'm going to show you the comic books that I've gotten over the past few weeks since my last video. If you're new to this channel, do subscribe or do like the video, drop a comment or something. We'd love to hear from you guys. I'm going to show you the books I've gotten over the past few weeks. This is going to be, I'm going to jump right into it. There's going to be a lot of books. Starting off with some good Alex Ross goodness, I have Kingdom Come, a really great DC storyline. Anytime I see this for cheap, I will just grab it. And if much as I can, if I can tell you the prices of the books that I've gotten for, I will also mention it. Nothing significant about this book other than the fact that it's a really great storyline. And if you have not checked it out or read it, you should. I would. This is a classic. Okay, just really great covers. Moving along with Marvels, and I got this whole series for $4, so like a dollar each, and really great Alex Ross artwork. For those of you that know or watch my videos before, this is my favorite comic book cover of all time, other than X-Men #2 by Jim Lee. This is such a great cover. It just says everything you need to say, you know. Number 3 and number 4. There's an issue 0. If you can find it, it'll be great. Let's move on to some Daredevil first. So I'm a huge Daredevil fan. Not only just the Netflix series, but the comic books as well. And this is issue 157. The significance of this is that this is the issue before Frank Miller takes over in 158, and there's a mention of a new writer. Of course, you don't say who it is, but we know who it's going to be. Anyway, 165, just a nice, awesome Frank Miller, Klaus Jensen cover. Daredevil against Dr. Octopus, classic Frank Miller run. 166 as well. 170 of the Kingpin. 178, where Daredevil meets Power Man and Iron Fist. Not sure if this is the first time they've been featured together in a comic book, or this is the first time they've been featured in Frank Miller's book anyway. 179, just a classic cover. 197, I forgot the name of the lady who makes her first appearance here. It's Yuriko. I think it's Yuriko, who later becomes Lady Deathstrike, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but great books to get. The early Daredevil stuff is good. And from his second series, Daredevil 111, which is the first appearance of Lady Bullseye. So the next series of books I want to show you is Star Wars Dark Empire. As we all know, this is not canon anymore, but it is a great series to check out. Great artwork, great storylines. If you have not read this before, I highly recommend it. Yeah, so just for a slightly different twist in the books I usually show. Okay, so just some classic John Romita Jr. covers. X-Men 210. This cover. You have a lot of titles or other comic books using this same paying homage to it. This cover. This is a really classic cover as well. 212, Wolverine vs. Sabretooth. Of course, we have Uncanny X-Men 450 and 451. This will be the first time that X-23 meets the X-Men for the first time in the X titles. And I don't know, I mean, when I see X-23 books, I'll just grab whatever I can. I think it's worth holding on to these books. She has not been really fully utilized in the movies, and who knows, you know, she might just make an appearance in the future, and these books will become hot by then. New X-Men number 128. This is the first appearance of Phantom X, and this book can go for quite a lot depending on the day. I just managed to get this for about $7, which I think is decent for eBay prices. New X-Men 115, the first appearance of Negasonic Teenage Warhead. This book can go for a little bit. Yeah, nothing much to say. about it. There is a Wolverine cover, which is a variant cover. That one goes for a bit more, but you know, not that big of a price. NYX number 6 and number 7, just early X23 appearances that I think, you know, you should hold on to. Whoops. Yeah, why not just show this then? DC Comics Presents. This is DC Comics Presents number 28. I think this is the second appearance of Mongol, worth collecting, just for the significance of it. We have Spawn number 9, first appearance of Angela. These books, I was lucky enough to get this book before it really the price for this shot up. It goes for quite a bit now, I think, due to speculation or rumors that she might appear in a new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So this is a good book to buy right now if you find it for cheap and really sell it off right now and just ride the wave. I bought it for about $6, which is really high price. Consider you could get this book for like $5 and below. But you know, if you can find one, find it and never let go of it. Alongside this haul, I got this all from the same eBay seller I usually get from, and he slashes his price by half. And there were a bunch of books that I got purposely because they actually released or were selling some books that were had signatures on it. Whether it was verified or not, I just said, hey, let's just buy them. So according to the post, this is actually signed by George Perez. $5, why not? Just try it. It's not something that I get very often over here, so you know. We're gonna start off with Batman 500. Again, another signed copy by, wow, this actually has 3 signatures. You have Jim Aparo, you have Terry Austin, and I do not know who the other guy is. I think it's the inker, which I can't pronounce his name. And actually came with a certificate of authenticity. So for $5, sure, let's try it out. Vengeance from the Marvel series, just great Del Alto covers. I'm sure you know why I'm showing you these covers right now, because of the next pile. Nice Del Alto covers. Okay, I'm going to show you my Spider-Man books right now. This is Spider-Man Blue, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Great storyline, worth checking out. They did similar titles with the Hulk and Daredevil as well. Those are worth checking out. Just exploring the origins and stuff. But really nice covers. Look at this. This is really awesome. Okay, this is a 5-book series. Moving along, I bought a run of the Todd McFarlane's run on Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man title. And what I really want to do is just to keep finding different copies, like say a newsstand copy. So this is 303 newsstand copy. Or if I find something that has cleaner pages, because for some reason the books in this period the pages seem to yellow a lot. This is 304, 305 in really good condition. This is a nice cover. 306, 309, 313. Okay, and that's all my Spider-Man books. This is the Invisibles by Grant Morrison. You know, once in a while when you come across an eBay seller and he's selling like sets of books, you want to just make sure that you look through the sets, because sometimes they might slip up and they put important books within the set. Which is why I buy a lot of runs or set of books that they sell off, because there's something special in that set that they missed out on. So I paid $10 for a bunch of mixed comics, all from DC Vertigo titles. They're not important, not worth mentioning, unfortunately. But I bought it because they were selling issue number 1 and number 2, and this series has been optioned. That's what they're calling it. And if you can find it for cheap, why not just try to get it? So effectively I paid like maybe $1 or $2 for these books. Okay, Spider-Man books, sorry, this is random. Amazing Spider-Man 52 or 493, just a great J. Scott Campbell cover. His early Spider-Man covers are the ones you really want to look out for. Here's another J. Scott Campbell cover, 500. Really nice, awesome cover. There's Venom on it. So who knows, when the next Venom movie comes out, what we can do, see what we can do with this cover in terms of selling it off. Alright, now on to the last pile of books. Starting off with DC Comics Presents number 87, the first appearance of Superboy Prime. Nothing much to say about it. I'm sure everybody knows who Superboy Prime is. Bought a run of Batgirl when Stephanie Brown was Batgirl, and I bought a run of her series, and some of Art Germ's covers were in that run. And I was very lucky. I'm going to tell this story once I get to the important book, but this is Art Germ cover, amazing. Action Comics 894. I think this is the first appearance of Death in DC Comics, mainstream comics, if I can put it that way. Great David Finch cover art, just amazing. This might be my second copy, but I'm just gonna put it here. Let's move on. The Death of Superman 75. We all know what this book is. Still can fetch it fetches a decent price, 10-15 bucks online, so I just grab it if I can find one. Detective Comics 569. I love Alan Davis and his work with Excalibur, so he did he did this era of Detective Comics artwork, so if I can find it, I buy it. This book is, whenever I see this book, Amazing Spider-Man 400, it just brings up waves of nostalgia for me. I was a kid, just really into Amazing Spider-Man, really into Mark Bagley's artwork, and you know, I remember buying this book and like being totally wowed by, you know, by the artwork, interior artwork in this book. And yeah, it's a great cover, it's a great book. I've never gotten the white version. There is a rare white version. I'm trying to get that one if I can, and there's a newsstand version where you don't have the gatefold cover. There's a gatefold cover. Those two are hard to find. This one is very easy to find, but you know, looking at this book, it always reminds me of the time when I was a kid reading the books. Okay, so on to a signed copy. George Perez as well. Okay, so New Titans 61. This is from A Lonely Place of Dying storyline in the Batman comics. This is where Tim Drake becomes Robin. Here's another signed copy. This is Swamp Thing number 138, signed by Nancy Collins, and most importantly, let me just show you the signature, Charles Vess. Awesome. And I paid $5 for this. Such a great cover, signed by an amazing artist. Why not? Here is X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red. This is not signed. I missed out on buying a signed copy of X-Men number 2 by Jim Lee. I got outbid for that. Pretty bummed out since that's my favorite cover. Anyway, another signed cover. This is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 50. And I paid $5 for this. And this is signed by Brett Blevins, and it actually comes with a certificate of authenticity. Yeah. Right, so sorry, this is just very all over the place. This didn't have time to make the pile. So another great Art Germ cover. Amazing. Batgirl number 10, another awesome Art Germ cover. This is getting better and better. Let me just see what's underneath. Okay, so I'm going to just show you this first. Another copy of What If Astonishing X-Men, J. Scott Campbell, early J. Scott Campbell goodness. Daredevil number 61, if I can find his Bronze Age. This is Bronze Age issues for cheap, and it doesn't matter what the condition is. Maybe like I'm willing to accept fine or fine minus. If I can get a book under $10, I'll just buy it. I'm not trying to complete the series, it's just for fun, you know. And who doesn't like all these classic covers anyway? Also, I mentioned buying a run of Vengeance. This is because of this cover. This book is first appearance of Miss America, isn't it? Getting my facts wrong, but yeah, great Delta cover, but this is a significant book as well. Last two books, very happy to find this book here, Batgirl number 12. Of all the Art Gem Batgirl covers, the one you want to look for is number 12. This fetches a lot of price. It's not difficult to see why, because it's just an awesome cover. And the story behind this, just like to talk about the deal I had. I paid that whole run of Art Gem or Batgirl, that run of Batgirl for only... So I bought 7 books and I paid $43 for the whole run of these 7 books, of which 5 were Art Gem covers. Now the Art Gem covers alone without this book would have made up for the cost that I paid for. But this book alone can go for a lot of money, between $50 to $70 on eBay, you know. And I'm just really happy this is my second copy. However, there's a sad story to it. The books came with a crease. A lot of the books were creased over here. So I'm really hoping that I can press this out and it can come back in a much better condition. So really happy to get this. And I think I was really lucky because the moment I bought the books, I checked the eBay seller's site again and noticed that he had repriced the books, taken them down and then repriced it. So I think they realized their mistake, but it was too late. They had to honor the agreement and they sold me the books. So I was really lucky because the books came back, the rest of the collections that they had came back like twice the price that they stated for. Last book, very happy to get this. This is Swamp Thing number 37, the first appearance of John Constantine. I paid $75 for this. Not the greatest price, but considering what it can go for online on eBay, I'm happy with what I paid for it. And when the book came in, I was very happy to see that it was in very, very decent shape. Nothing wrong with it, just a little bit of issue at the bottom here. But it looks to be in about a VF, at least a VF plus condition, maybe even near min minus. So I'm really happy that the book didn't turn out to be a dud, you know. It was a good book, a good condition book. Thanks for watching my video. Hopefully you enjoyed this haul, and I hope that you find I hope that in your comic book hunting over the week you have as much luck as I had with this haul. Thank you and see you soon.